Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 8 of the Fuel Premier Series presented by FRN, Fuel Racing Network. My name is Matt Owens, and I will be your commentator and producer this evening. Still a one-man band for now. I think we're going to do that for the rest of this season. It is, as you can see, an overcast and very foggy day here in New Hampshire. It's a nice 69 degrees. This is one of my favorite tracks on this entire service. I love this track. I'm really good at. Well, these are one of the only tracks I'm good at, and that is these really flat tracks. For some reason. But yeah, so we're gonna have a really fun night in New England here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Got a little bit of wind that could make the exit of turn 2 just a little more treacherous than usual, about 10 to 12 miles an hour. The green flag will be dropping at 3 p.m. in sim. I know it'll... I'm not sure we'll be able to really tell what time it is. Limited tire sets per usual and 75% fuel. So we're looking probably at one mandatory pit stop this evening, about 55 to 60 laps. We have 90 laps of racing scheduled tonight. Before we really jump into anything else, I wanted to hop in a few minutes early to talk about last week. I apologize. So last week, I thought we were having a really great broadcast until, I went to interview the winner and clicked on Discord to realize that we didn't go live. So that is 100% on me. About 6 or 7 months ago, OBS, the software that I use to broadcast, decided it would add an extra fail-safe to going live to make sure people didn't go live when they didn't want to, and to also give people the ability to cut the feed but stay live without having to cut or stop the stream. So full disclosure, I did not click go live the second time. So now you have to click a button that says start broadcast or start streaming, and then you have to click another button right next to it that then turns from manage broadcast into go live. And if you're not looking right at it when it clicks it, if you've dispelled the notification once ever on OBS, it pops back in automatically. So on my original, my personal profile, that isn't a factor. I disabled it. So when we started streaming this, it put it back in on by default, and I chose a different. I do this on a different profile, so that's my bad. Totally my fault. Last week's winner, though, Mitchell Welker, finally got the win he deserved. He's led quite a few laps this season. I just want to apologize to Mitch. Sorry, Mitch, for not being able to broadcast the race last week and show your absolutely dominating performance. Mitchell started on the pole last week in Portland. He turned left and right better than anybody else by far. He got outbroken to turn 1. Somebody really sent it, if I believe it was the 30 car last week. But by the time maybe I don't even think a lap or two into the run, Mitch got around him and really just took off after that. So everybody, a round of applause for Mitchell Welker, number 75, in this nice, beautiful new white and blue scheme, who I gave Scheme of the Week to last week. So yes, congrats to Mitchell Welker getting his first win of the season last week in Portland. A lot of people, it seems, are sitting on pit road. Well, we got Will Roberts out here, though. No surprise here. Got the 99 of Ryan Potter as well in that DJ Gets Us car. I love that parody car. That's hilarious. Sarah Tessum in the 70, trying to shake off the awful luck that she's had all season. Not really, made just only a couple of just simple, oh God, a couple of simple mistakes, but, nothing out of the realm of normal mistakes that anybody would make, but they have just absolutely bit Sarah worse than you would assume once the mistakes were made. She's had some bad luck this season. The 69, though, Zach Passon, he's had a really good season so far. Spent a lot of time up front in that beautiful number 69 Coors Light Chevrolet. We've got about 4.5 minutes left of open practice before qualifying starts. So I'm going to sit back and let you guys kind of enjoy. Let's sit, and I'll give you like a kind of like a practice turn it up here. So I'm going to back away for just a second and get some other stuff done. And you guys enjoy this last couple minutes of practice before I come back. Oh, Will absolutely ate the wall there. Yeah, I think we're going to... Will tries to park it in style and is able to. Nice job. So currently, with 2 minutes left of practice, our fastest lap has been laid down by Zach Buchanan in this number 40 car with a 29.104. Will Roberts with a 29.107, the second fastest lap. So some of these guys are pretty close. This top five are all within the same tenth of each other. Zach Buchanan, Will Roberts, Ryan Potter, Kyton Bommersbach, and Zach Henry, all in the 29.1s. And Zach Henry at a 29.14. So these guys are all extremely close. The whole top six are actually within 1/10 of each other. And Christian Kendall, who made his Fuel season premiere last week at Portland, rocking this absolutely beautiful Sleep Token Toyota Camry. I know he's super hype about the most recent album that just came out. Christian is a teammate of mine, or has been in the past, so I know him pretty well. Welcome, Christian. Had a really strong showing in his first run with us this season, finishing third last week at Portland. So yeah, all the way to Christian here, from Zach Buchanan, Will Roberts, Ryan Potter, Kyton Bommersbach, Zach Henry, Zach Passon, and Christian Kendall, all within 0.103 tenths of a second of the leader's fastest time. So this is going to be a really competitive race. I am super excited about it. Let's see. We don't even get more than 2 tenths back before we get to 10th spot. So this is going to be great. Oh, I'm super excited for this, guys. One of my favorite tracks, and I cannot wait. Like always, though, the point style we're using this season is the old Winston Cup formula. So we've got the bonus points that are paid out for pole, leading a lap, and leading the most laps. All 5 extra points for any of those 3. Next season, we're really going to try to keep you guys up to date on who those people are. It's been a little challenging just being by myself in the booth, trying to keep track of all that stuff, learn this new system and everybody's names. It's been a lot. Thank you guys for being really patient with me this season. Just know that if I make a mistake, I'm going to be 100 times harder on myself than any of you guys are. So I'm really hard on myself when it comes to that. So let's go on board with last week's winner, Mitchell Welker. Once he pulls off the pit lane. Here we go. We're going to sit with Mitchell Welker as he attempts his 2 laps here at New Hampshire. Oh, yeah, this track can be really tricky. All right, let's go see. There's another Jinx. Let's go with someone else so that he can get, who's someone that's had some good luck? Zach Buchanan's been running up front pretty much all season. Let's see what he can do. And that qualifying effort actually has put Zach Buchanan right on the pole with a 29.461. Awesome attempt there from Zach. Let me, just give me 1 second to exit my timing screen so this will actually update. Oh, he just got, yep, Christian Kendall just beat it actually by 400ths with a 29.417. Christian Kendall is sitting on your provisional pole at the moment. Just kidding, Zach Henry has now beat Christian Kendall as well by putting in a 29.369. It seems like the track is getting better. See if we can watch Will here. All right, Will's lap puts him in 9th place. Well, he's moved down to 10th. Kyten Bommersbach has just now come in at 8th place. Zach Henry still on the pole with a 29.369. See Will trying to beat it here. See what he can do. It's faster than his lap. Oh, nice lap, Will. All right, a 29.48 puts him right in the mix in 4th position. Kyten Bommersbach puts himself in 7th with his fastest lap at 29.63. Ryan Potter just finished up his own as well with a 29.6, and Ryzen Baker just finished his. So we've got everybody in. I am going to take a quick 60-second break, ladies and gentlemen, and then we will be back with the grid to get us underway here in New Hampshire. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Everybody is starting to grid up, and we're going to go through our grid of 17 drivers here in just a second. All right, everybody. So we've got on the pole Zach Henry in that number 39 car with Christian Kendall starting on his outside. Oh, they're actually, sorry about, trying to, there we go. Sorry, all right, here we go. Row number 1, Zach Henry, pole in that number 39 white Chevrolet with the red numbers. On his outside, Christian Kendall in the 08 Sleep Token Toyota Camry. Then we've got Zach Buchanan and Will Roberts in row number 2 in 3rd and 4th place. Row number 5, Mitchell Welker and Ryan Kish. Row number 6, Kyton Bommersbach and Ryan Potter. Row number 7, Chad Simpson and Zach Passon. Row number 8, Sarah Tessum and Ryzen Baker. Row number 9, Michael Hurley and Rob Kubat. Row number 9, Evan Adams and Jared Dixon. And to round out the field, we've got Preston Henry in 17th position. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pace car's lights are off, so we'll see if it pulls it down here. And, yep, all right, Zach Henry in control here on the initial start. Green flag is out. And Zach Henry gets a really good launch with Christian Kendall, not too bad, right next to him. So everybody tries to shuffle it into turn 1 here. Zach Henry just looking to keep it calm and collected here. Mitchell Welker with a look on the inside of Christian Kendall. A little bit of shuffling here in the mid-pack, but pretty clean so far. Zach Buchanan looking early here to try to make a move and get up here to Zach Henry to try and challenge him in that number 39 car. Not the greatest start for Christian Kendall. Started on the outside there, fell back to 4th. We'll have to keep an eye on that in the restarts going forward and see which lane is going to be better. Looks like maybe Sarah Tessum or the car in front of her, Ryan Potter, had to get out of the gas there on an exit of turn 2, as the top 5 cars are all single file here. And we're on lap number 3, so we can bring the ticker in for the New England 150. Ooh, the 40 car gets into the wall just a little bit. Mitchell Welker is going to try to take advantage of that here, but does not send it too hard. Tries to get on that left rear of the number 40 to try to lean on it. And he's able to do so and stay side by side with him going into turn number 1. He should have the preferred line here. Oh, as they get in, they have a little bit of contact. The 75 rubs up onto the 40 of Zach Buchanan, but ooh, Zach scrapes the wall again just a little bit. That exit at turn 2 is going to be treacherous today. Let's see this, which line here is going to win out. The inside line of Zach Buchanan, or Mitchell Welker, or the outside of Zach Buchanan. That outside's got a good amount of momentum. This is exactly what Zach Henry wants to see in first. He wants to see these guys battling, as Will Roberts does what he does and absolutely sends it under the white line into turn 1. And is able to really hold it pretty strong. Did not lose too much ground to the 08 of Christian Kendall in front of him. Will Roberts with a purple sector 1, so he had the fastest turn 1 and 2 actually down there under the white line. Any of you NASCAR guys that don't know, the purple sector is just, fastest more than green is a personal best, so purple is a... oh, no! Oh, Will tried to clear himself the 70 of Sarah Teslam in the wrong spot at the wrong time again. For some reason, the green is still out. The yellow is now out. Oh. Will. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we got 6.5, 7 laps in as Will decides to continue taking... oh, yeah, it's not looking good for Will. The car is kind of sideways. Sarah Teslam found herself in the wrong spot at the wrong time again. As her string of terrible luck continues, let's go see what happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ride on board here with, well, on board, but we're going to ride with Will Roberts here and see. So, yeah, Will gets a little bit loose right there, so he's going to start chasing it up the track. But the 42, he does not know that the 42 is there, I guess, and tries to come up in front of him. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Will. I'm going to have to put that on. Yeah, I'm going to have to put that all on Will there. Just tried to clear himself. Tried to make a move, make something happen. The 70 of Sarah Teslam, unfortunately, just wrong spot at the wrong time again. I'm not sure how else she could have avoided it, honestly. So let's ride on board with Sarah here. We're gonna go full speed from here in Sarah's cockpit, so you can get to see what she saw. Here we go. Yeah, okay, yeah, you see Will getting turned a little bit of smoke, and that nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. Just unlucky. Just super unlucky. The 42 car looks like he also has some pretty severe damage, or he was just keeping it in the wall to keep it out of everybody's way. Dang, you hate to see that. Sarah still got some damage that she's getting fixed. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. We've got the restart coming up just here in a second with Zach. Looks like Zach Henry. Sorry, I don't know if he chose the outside or not. But from 11th on back, everyone has come in for tires other than Will Roberts. He didn't change any tires. He's still on the same stint of tires. So I don't think we have lane changes. I'm not sure why Zach is on the inside, but maybe Zach Henry is on the outside and has chosen the outside lane. Let's start, or let's see. I'm sorry. Green. Yep, Zach Henry was in control there, so he launches from the outside, gets away really well, is going to have the preferred angle into turn one, but Zach Henry does try to get back to his rear bumper a little bit. That's where. Man, Mitchell Welker all over him, and the 2 of Will Roberts going to really try to stay out of the way here with his sideways-looking car. I can't believe I've never seen a car that wonky looking in this game. Oh, the 75 of Mitchell Welker washes up a little bit, trying to get past the 40, and is going to have to settle in behind him. Christian Kendall trying to make a move on the 75 now after he got loose there and had to let up. Lost a little momentum on the straightaway there, so he's going to try. That was interesting. Nobody was actually in the wall there on my screen, but we had it looked like a puff of smoke from some wall contact, so disregard that. The 69 now of Zach Passon trying to make a pass on the outside, and is able to do it successfully, pretty easily. 08 kind of struggling just a little bit here. Christian Kendall trying to get a handle on the car. We have a move for 6th place as Jared Dixon is looking under Ryan Potter, that number 99 Ford Mustang. Got some shuffling back here in the back as well, the 37 and the 38. Not sure why the 38's number isn't showing up on my screen. That's Strange. But yeah, that is the 38. Oh no! Oh, yellow is out. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Something went wrong on the exit of turn 2 again. I told you guys it was going to be treacherous this evening, and so far it is proving to be pretty sketchy. Let's go see what happened. All right, so yeah, just some New Hampshire things happening here. So we're gonna ride right here with Ryan Potter as he is riding on the outside, and Jared Dixon just gets a little bit loose, and it just gets both of them loose. The 59 of Evan Adams into the 99 with nowhere to go. The 99 with some pretty serious damage, as it is also kind of listing to the side there. Looks like we've got some cars coming down pit road. Kyten Bommersbach here is a taker, looking like he's going to be taking some new tires. Oh, not that angle, Matt. Not that angle. There we go. Yeah, we have some takers. The 37, the 46, the two of Will Roberts crab walking down pit road, and the 99 also kind of sideways. The top 8 still have not come in to take tires, so they are still on their first stint of 15 laps. I'm just gonna bring it on. I can't ever seem to remember to put it back on, so we'll just keep it. But yeah, another early domination for Zach Henry. This has been a theme, especially on the short tracks this season. Zach been one of the best on the short tracks all season. So it looks like we're doubling up and getting ready for the restart. Zach Henry chooses the outside again. So Zach Buchanan is going to be on his inside in that number 40 blue Dunder Mifflin Toyota Camry. Zach Passon going to be on the outside, right behind the leader, Zach Henry, in that 69 Coors Light Chevrolet. And on his inside is going to be Mitchell Welker in the number 75 white and blue Chevrolet. Christian Kendall looking for a little bit better of a restart than he's gotten over the last couple. He's lost a few spots and been shuffled back. Might be a little hard to see here with this fog, but let's try from the sky cam, ladies and gentlemen, as Zach Henry launches just a little earlier, or sorry, a little later than he has been. He's been launching pretty early in the box. He's probably about 30% of the way through it there. Gets a great angle into turn 1. The 40 of Zach Buchanan looked like he turned down on Mitchell Welker there. I will have to go check it out. They keep it straight, no yellow. In a couple laps, we'll have to go and check and see what happened there. So now Zach Henry and Mitchell Welker starting to drive away. Zach Passon and Ryzen Baker in the back battling for third in the back of the screen. Man, beating and banging. Let's go check that out. It's a great race here for third. Coming to lap number 19. Yeah, these guys have been racing good all season. These guys raced super clean at Martinsville a couple weeks ago, if you guys remember. That was a fantastic race between these guys. So let's see if they can keep it up. Ooh, a little bit of little rub in there, but you know, this is New Hampshire. You gotta try to be aggressive. The 40 car of Zach Buchanan just absolutely loves the wall tonight out of turn 2. He has been married to it this evening. Oh, the 69 car of Zach Passon able to slide in front of Ryzen Baker. And the 08 of Christian Kendall. It takes a couple laps to get going here on the restarts. That's kind of like how I drive as well. I usually am a little passive on the restarts and then try to go once. Zach Buchanan in the wall again. Man, Zach is absolutely determined to knock the wall down tonight. The 08 of Christian Kendall working over the 77 of Ryzen Baker here, trying to make a move to move into the 4th position. Don't think he's going to be able to quite make the pass. Yep, it looks like he's going to have to settle for 5th at the moment. But we do have another battle back here for 7th place between 4 cars, the 38 of Robert Kubach, Jared Dixon in that white 43, and Zach Buchanan in the 40, and the 46 of Chad Simpson in that really, really pretty navy blue and green car. And Preston Henry just buying his time, waiting for one of these guys to slip up to see if he can try and make a move on him. Something's going on with Zach Buchanan. He may have knocked the wall down just one too many times and could have knocked the toe loose or something like that. Zach Henry and Mitchell Welker just putting in a new personal best sector. Christian Kendall as well for Sector 1 last lap. So it takes a few laps here on lap 23. I think we went green about 5 to 7 laps ago. I think now would be a pretty good time. We're still early. Let's go ahead, guys, and get a nice, get in a little turn it up. So we're going to ride on board with some guys as they're battling. Christian Kendall, Ryzen Baker, and Kyton Bombers back here fighting for 4th position. Ooh, these guys are beating and banging. So let's check it out. right, guys, as we have just started lap number 30 of 90, we are 1/3 of the way through the race. Still got all but 3 cars at the moment on the track. I hope you guys enjoy that. I really like giving everybody a nice angle so that you guys can see what these guys are going through. Out here, it looks really easy. And let me tell you, it's not. This track is very challenging. It feels different every lap. It feels different depending on how hot the tires are, how worn the tires are, how many laps, oh my gosh, of green flag racing we have. I mean, this track is one of my favorites. A lot of people don't like this track. I don't know what it is about flat tracks for me. This track, IRP, things like that, but I absolutely love them. I love the racing that it produces. You guys can kind of see right here. You really need to modulate the throttle and protect your tires. Braking is also really important. Kyton, though, is the first car on newer tires. Woof. The 43 of Jared Dixon also on 17-lap-old tires. So Kyton and Jared on 17-lap-old tires. They're finally starting to catch some of these cars up here in the front. So maybe around lap 30 is where the tires start to fall off. Mitchell is starting to pull up onto Zach Henry here. 2 or 3 laps ago, it was 4.5 to 5 tenths. He's within 3 tenths now. So we will keep an eye on this. But we have a crazy battle right here. Christian Kendall trying to get back up into 4th after starting on the outside of the pole in 2nd place. These guys have an absolute dogfight. I love this. Is the kind of stuff I live for. There's so much adrenaline here when you are side by side with 3 or 4 other cars for 10 laps. It is thrilling. Like I don't really know exactly how I can explain it, especially on a track like this where you can race any line you want. You can race the top. You can race the middle. You can race the bottom. You can race the apron. As long as you can get around. And the fog also starting to break here. So these cars are going to start handling so much more different than they were before. The track is going to start heating up. It's going to start getting slick as the fog dissipates and the sun comes out. So coming to lap number 36, Jared Dixon trying the apron there just to see if they can find something here. The 77 of Reisenbaker, I don't know, maybe I think he tried to let up to see if he could cross over the 08 of Christian Kendall there, but Christian just a little bit too fast right now. Starting to charge back up through the field. What I know about racing with Christian, he loves long runs. He's a long run guy. So he's got quite a gap between himself and Zach Passon. He is 4 seconds behind Zach here in the 69 car. Mitchell Welker, though, inching closer and closer to Zach Henry. As we can really see how much the fog is starting to dissipate, where we can actually see these cars now in the corners. I really like this sky cam. It gives a really good angle of how far these guys actually are from each other. So you can see that massive gap between 3rd and 4th. But Christian Kendall starting to pull away from those guys in 4th. So Reisenbaker and Kyton, Bommersbach in the 77 and the 37 battling it out for 5th place now. And Jared Dixon kind of just stuck behind them. It's interesting, though, to see that the tire advantage is not as big as I thought it would be. The leaders have 39 laps on their tires. The entire top 5 have not pitted yet or changed tires. 6th place, Jared Dixon right there, and Jared Dixon and the 37 of Kyton Bommersbach have pitted. The 46 of Chad Simpson also pitted. Mitchell Welker, though, just now making the pass on Zach Henry for the lead. Let's go see if he's able to hold on to it. Let's see if we can go see how he made it happen. So Mitchell now on the outside. Zach Henry trying to use him up just a little bit. But Mitchell Welker just too strong at the moment, really running that nice middle line. That's kind of the line that I prefer around this track as well. It allows you to really kind of diamond the corner and get a good run off of it. That's kind of like what I tried to do here. Turns 3 and 4, I like to come wide and cut. Turns 4, but then again, I'm not the fastest person on earth, so. I also haven't driven these cars, so I don't know how viable of a strategy that even is, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, Zach is not letting Mitchell run away from him. He's staying right on him. Did not get a good exit, though. Oh, yeah. Mitchell pulled a whole half of a second on Zach Henry just out of turn 2 there. And now Zach is going to be in a really annoying amount of like dirty air. He's in that half-second area. Or I'm not sure how much of a factor it is in this car, but especially in the next gens, it can be really annoying right where he's sitting at about half a second back if you're riding in the same line as the 75. But don't look too far, or don't look too far back, because Zach Passon is he's coming. He's only 1.4 back. It was about 2.5 seconds back, maybe 5 or 6 laps ago. He's only a 1.5 seconds back from Zach Henry and 2 seconds off the lead. Christian Kendall has about maintained the position, his gap to the leader. So he's running about the same lap times as the leader, Mitchell Welker. It's Kyden Bommersbach and Jared Dixon continue to battle with Chad Simpson right behind them. Zach Buchanan able to kind of balance out here after dropping a few spots on that restart. I'm not sure what's going on with Ryzen. Mr. Baker may have some really rough tires. Yeah, here we go. Zach Buchanan, the first of the leaders to come in under green. Go ahead and keep it right on Zach here and see how he is able to perform on pit road here. As we're right at halfway coming across the line this time, you got the 45, lap 45, so 46 to go. When the leader takes the line this time, it will be halfway as 75 of Mitchell Welker does just that and now is into turn 2. So yeah, Zach Buchanan taking a full 4 tires here and topping off. Loses a lap and a half here. So it's going to be absolutely critical that no yellow flags come out during this pit cycle, or this could really turn the race on its head. Zach Buchanan, though, going to be absolutely flying compared to some of these guys on the new tires. So the leaders ran a 30 flat last time by. We'll see in a lap or two what Zach Buchanan's able to run. Zach Passon actually putting in the fastest lap last time by. Only 1.8 back of the leader, Mitchell Welker, and even closer to Zach Henry now, only less than a second. If I'm Zach Passon, I want to see this race go green to the end, especially now that we're just past halfway. See if we can get a really nice, long green flag run going to the end here, because I really want to see what these guys are able to do with these strategies. So Zach Buchanan, his last lap, he is 1 lap back. He ran a 29.8. Only 0.2 up. Only 0.2 faster than the leader's last lap. That's really not that much of a difference. And he has 47 lap newer tires than the leader. So yeah, let's ride on board. He's got a little bit of traffic here. So this lap, though, oh, he hits the wall again. Man, Zach. I think Zach has, yep, Zach is, well, he's alt F4ing, yep. And that is going to be the day for Zach Buchanan. I think he is just tired of knocking the wall down in turn 2. I don't blame him. I probably would have done the same thing, honestly. That is really frustrating. I feel for you, buddy. Zach Henry really started to struggle on his tires. A full second and a half back from Mitchell Welker now. Zach Passon only half a second behind Zach Henry. Going to be on him in about 2 or 3 laps on this, given this pace. So let's ride on board with Mr. Passon and see exactly what he is seeing. This is Mr. Zach Henry, so give me a second. So many Zachs. Here we go. All right, we got Mr. Passon in the 69 car as he tries to make a move on Zach Henry. So no pressure, Zach Henry. Let's see what Zach Passon is able to do. Wow, started in 10th today. Oh, Zach Henry in the wall there. The 69 is going to have a major run here. He's just going to have to buy his time. Oh my God, the 39 car. Really, I hope he comes down pit road. I would have really hoped that he called that he was pitting there over the radio. That was scary. Let's ride with Zach Henry, though. That, in my opinion, great call to pit here. As soon as the 69 is right behind you, bring it down pit road, get 4 fresh tires on it, and then you'll have the advantage on him because he can't do anything other than pit a lap after you now. So hopefully just that little bit of extra speed will be able to make all the difference for Zach Henry to keep him in front of Zach Passon after the pit stops. But the leaders, Mitchell Welker and Zach Passon, stay out. The fog seems to be rolling back in. We had a little bit of a break there, but it's getting bad again. Let's see what the closest battle on track that we have at this moment. Oh, that was because there was some people in pit road. Christian Kendall on pit road now, servicing his number 08 Sleep Token Toyota Camry. Gets away well, takes 4 tires. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if someone takes 2 tires here in the top 3 or 4 just to see if they can, well, it's under green. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. But under yellow, if we do get a late yellow, these tires have not mattered much, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be shocked if somebody tried something. Mitchell Welker coming out of the pit lane here, your leader. Transitioning back onto the track. Did not lose a lap. So Mitchell in good shape here if the yellow does come out. Everybody else a lap down, though. Zach Passon coming out off of pit road as well this lap on his outlap. Kyten Bommersbach is your leader there in that number 37 car. Jared Dixon also still out on the track. Chad Simpson still out on the track. And the oldest tires on the track, the number 38 of Robert Kubat here, 57 laps, has not pitted for tires yet. His last lap of 30.4. Kyten Bommersbach, even with 42 lap old tires, a 30.1. So pretty good. Let's see what Zach Passon is able to run on his new tires here. This will be his first lap on new tires. Mitchell Welker put in a 29.7, so really nice lap there, a 4/10 difference. Same thing for Zach Passon, a 29.7, about a 4/10 difference on these tires as well from the old ones. So nice call here to get some fresh tires just after halfway. Zach Passon unlapped himself, bypassing that 37. Christian Kendall in position for the lucky dog if we get a yellow here. So Reisenbaker really wants to see that leader come down pit road and have this pit cycle finished. Robert Kubat has now brought it down pit road for his pit cycle. Kyten's still on the track in the lead. Mitchell Welker provisionally is in 6th right now, but is your leader once the pit stops cycle through. Mitchell Welker will be your leader. Zach Henry will be in second place. He is 1.5 seconds back from Mitchell Welker. Zach Passon just getting around Chad Simpson, who I believe is pitting. Yes, Chad Simpson coming down for his final stop of the day. Zach Passon with a 4.5 second interval to Zach Henry. I don't think that's going to be all just on the pit stop or on the undercut there from Mr. Henry. Yeah, something must have gone wrong with the 69. We'll have to see as Kyten Bommersbach, who really overcut that, is right behind him. And Zach Passon was only about 1.5 seconds off of Mitchell Welker before that pit stop. But yeah, Mitchell sailing away right now. This is exactly what he wants to see. He knows based off the last run that Zach Henry's really strong over the first half, but he has the advantage over the second half with his long run speed. Zach Passon showed, I think, early on that him and Mitchell Welker have the best long run speed. I just think that a 4.3 to, that's going to be a 6 second gap between him and Mitchell Welker. Between him and the 69 and Zach Passon. He's going to need a yellow, Zach Passon. He's going to need a yellow to stack this field up again to try to have any kind of hope of challenging for the win. But we still have 3 cars that have not come down for fuel. Jared Dixon, Preston Henry, Mitchell Welker going around Michael Hurley, who's now making his pit stop. So only 2 cars now. They're on a 48-lap stint. Michael Hurley was on a 55-lap stint. Let's check out Michael. Getting his 4 tires in fuel. And now that we have cycled everybody through other than Jared Dixon and Preston Henry, let's go ahead and get us through the field. Jared Dixon is going to start us off. Has not pitted on this cycle. Currently in first. He did pit 49 laps ago. Maybe, I don't think he could make it. Maybe tried to pit as early as possible to try to stretch it, I guess. For, we'll have to see. But he's running quite a bit slower than the leaders that recently pitted. So Jared Dixon, he did start 16th. If this strategy pays off and he's able to win the race, that'd be a crazy, crazy strategy. We'll see how it goes. He's got a 10-second gap on Mitchell Welker right now in third. Preston Henry has a 4-second gap on Mitchell Welker. I don't know that he's going to be able to hold on to second place if they do not have to pit. But started in 17th. Trying something really interesting here. I like it, especially after starting in the back. Try something different. Good solid race, though, from Preston and Jared, both keeping it clean all day. Your provisional leader here, Mitchell Welker, started in 5th. He's currently 3rd, but provisionally he's in the lead. He's got a 1.7 second gap on currently the 4th place, Zach Henry, who has also had a solid day, led a bunch of laps. Zach Passon trying to lead some laps, but he's under fire from Kyten Bommersbach right now with a little bit fresher tires. And that number 37, black, gray, and red Ford Mustang. Zach Passon currently on 12-lap old tires, Kyten with 7. Christian in that 08 Sleep Token Toyota Camry started on the outside with a really strong start to his fuel season. With a 3rd place last week at Portland and currently running in 7th, but after the front 2 pit, he will be in 5th. Chad Simpson, another solid showing after a really good race last week. Pretty number 46. He's currently 1 lap down just because of how pit stops have shaken out. Robert Kubat, and again, I don't know why his number isn't showing this week. Also currently 1 lap down because of the pit cycle, sitting in 9th place. Ryzen Baker also a lap down for the via the pit cycle, sitting in 10th. Oh, the yellow flag is out. A yellow flag is out. That is the yellow that some of these guys were looking for. That puts Jared Dixon in a fantastic... Jared Dixon and Preston Henry. Well, let's see if they're able to stretch it. I think they're going to have to... They're going to have to pit here. So I don't know that that is the position they wanted to be in. All right, let's see what happened there real quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break and see what happened. Hey guys, so honestly, I I don't know what happened. I could not find it. What I did see did not look like a yellow to me. When I went to the incident, it just showed the 38 of Robert Kubat hitting the wall. I'm not sure what happened, to be completely honest with you guys. Like, I'll even show you what happened. This is when I go to the previous incident. It's just the 38 hitting the wall. So I really don't know what caused that yellow, guys. And then when I go to the previous incident before that, it's the 40 car hitting the wall and parking it. So I really don't know what happened, guys. So, yeah. Maybe we had a competition yellow or something. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, those front two cars came down pit road. Everybody, it looks like, has come down pit road. Mitchell Welker, Zach Henry, Kyten Bommersbach, Jared Dixon, your top four. Mitchell Welker going to be the lead control car starting on the outside, everybody. So we have about 18 to go this time by. So we've got a nice 20-lap run. Mitchell Welker going to be in control on the outside. See how early he goes. He goes really late in the box, gets a really nice jump on the 39 of Zach Henry, and is going to easily clear them into turn one. See here if we can't go out just a little further. 69 of Zach Passon almost hitting the wall on the exit of turn two. But this is shaping up to be a really nice finish here, guys. We've got a bunch of dudes, a bunch of fast guys. 20 laps to go, basically. Basically a 20-lap shootout, or a 15-lap shootout. So this should be really fun. The 37 of Kyten Bommersbach putting some pressure on the 39, who is now putting some pressure on Mitchell Welker to see if he can quicken his pace. Ooh, Jared Dixon getting loose out of turn two there is going to open the door for Christian Kendall on his outside. God, I love this track. This track produces amazing racing. I don't care what anybody says. Jared Dixon is going to have to concede that position here to the 08 of Christian Kendall. He gets by him with the momentum on the outside. The 39 car looking to just maybe get the 75 loose, trying to manipulate that air behind the 75 like you would see on Saturdays in the Xfinity Series. Trying to just get him loose in the corner. But man, you could throw a blanket over the top four here with 15 to go this time by. Shaping up to have an excellent finish here. I'm going to give you guys, let's get a quick turn it up real quick before we get to 10 to go, guys. Zach Henry really trying to get underneath Mitchell Welker here. As we're approaching 10 to go, Zach Henry, is he going to be able to get the pass done? Oh, he might be able to get it done here in turns 3 and 4. Zach Passon wanting him to send it and try to wash them both up the track so that he can get underneath them. Oh, man, really great move here. Oh, the 39, though, of Zach Henry making a really aggressive move on the 75 of Mitchell Welker, moving him up the track. But that opens it up for the 69 of Zach Passon to do the same to the 39. Mitchell Welker going to try to stay right behind him. Oh, man, excellent car control to just keep it out of the wall there. Just riding that left rear of the 39 to pull him backwards. The 75 pays the 39 back for last lap. We are now 10 to go, lap 81 of 90. Man, the top 5 is battling it out as I thought they would. 75 and the 39 really fighting here. Oh, they've beaten Bang off of turn 2 there. But they're able to keep it together. The 39 or the 37 of Kyten Bommersbach really wanting to see these guys get loose so he could try to get underneath them. The 08 of Christian Kendall kind of just along for the ride up there on the high side. He's going to have to wait and see what happens here. But the 69 now of Zach Passon starting to ride out to a half a second lead. As Mitchell Welker now able to keep second place, he's going to have to keep the 39 behind him in this corner to set his sights on the leader. But the 39 of Zach Henry not letting him do it. He is not letting him forget that he is there fighting him for second because he also wants this win. The 08 of Christian Kendall, though, this brings him into the picture. If the 75 and the 39 have some contact or they slip up, the 08 is going to be right there. Oh! Christian pushing just a little too hard, eats the wall. I don't know how much that slowed him down. Not enough, apparently. He's able to pass the 39 and get around him. He's trying to take the outside line. I haven't seen a lot of people hang it out there that far. Trying to use the momentum. He actually is going to be able to clear the 39. Wow. That might be the line right here to make a pass with 6 to go. Yeah, Christian Kendall really going as high up as he possibly can to try to find something now to try to get around the 75 to see if he can catch the 69 and challenge for the win. But really great, clean racing here from these guys. I love it. This is fantastic. Excellent job, guys. Let's check some of the racing back here. Chad Simpson trying to catch Preston Henry. It looks like that strategy really working out for Jared Dixon and Preston Henry, though. They were near the back of the pack to start the day, and they're solidly 6th and 7th now. So staying out long really worked to their advantage. They would have been probably a lap down, and well, unless they crash, they have clinched themselves the top 10. So excellent job from those guys executing that strategy to perfection. Zach Passon now absolutely driving away. A second lead on the 75 of Mitchell Welker. Christian Kendall still trying to get around him to see if he can challenge the 69 for the win. still absolutely sending it up to the top. But I think, yeah, Mitchell Welker right now he's got the advantage because he's obviously got the track position. This is exactly what Zach Passon wants to see, though. Still a second advantage on second place. Ooh, there's a couple guys into the wall there. Sorry it's getting so foggy and hard to see. But man, Christian Kendall all over the 75 here. I'm going to have to give the paint scheme of the night to that, to the 08. That sleep token car. Fantastic. Great job, Christian. Mitchell won last week, but I do want to highlight it since I didn't broadcast that race. Zach Passon, though, coming to 2 to go this time by with a really solid 1 second advantage on the cars behind. Christian Kendall starting to drop back just a little bit from Mitchell Welker. He's going to need something here. The 69 car is going to have to slip up or have some really, really rough laps for Mitchell Welker or Christian Kendall to be able to challenge for the win. So the 69 car of Zach Passon wants to bring it around to see that white flag so that if the yellow comes out, the race will be over. Once that white flag comes out, the next flag ends the race. So get that white flag out, Barney. 1 lap to go here for the 69 of Zach Passon here in New Hampshire. Zach Passon looking to lift the lobster here to end his night. I think that's how everybody wanted to end it. But unfortunately, only one person is going to be able to lift the lobster. And it looks like that's going to be the 69 of Zach Passon in that silver Coors Light Chevrolet. Congratulations, Zach Passon. There it is. Getting it done here in New Hampshire. Awesome race. Fantastic. Mitchell Welker able to hold on to second place. Christian Kendall, a solid third place. So back-to-back third places to start off his campaign for the season. Zach Henry going to be in fourth. And Kyten Bommersbach with a solid top 5. He's already disconnected, so he's gone. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the number 69 of Zach Passon. Is he, let's see where he's at. There he is. Oh, Zach, no burn. We're not even going to get a burnout? Wow, Zach. Come on. All right, guys and girls, give me just a minute here. I am going to get Zach in. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, that was, I don't know what's going on. We're going to get Zach in the booth here, and we'll go over the finishing order here in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. All right, everybody. I am back with your winner, the number 69 of Zach Passon. Congrats, Zach. What were you thinking on that restart, starting in the outside in 5th? Did you think you were going to have a shot at getting the win with only like 20 to go?
No, definitely not. I took 4 there as opposed to everybody else that took 2. I mean, the left sides were so marginal, but I was like, okay, let's get a good third place finish out of this and just good points stay our way out of it. And then the heavens opened up apparently in 3 and 4 there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, we got a shot. Just kind of had something go our way this time.
Yeah, that was it was. I mean, you found yourself in the right place at the right time, and sometimes I think it's a little bit overblown, but it's better to be lucky than good sometimes. The 75 and the 39 were absolutely beating the crap out of each other, but racing really clean there, and you were able to squeak through. So, congrats for that. What are you going to name the lobster?
Larry, because you got to live like Larry.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be Larry, but yeah, awesome job, man. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Obviously, as always, great scheme on that classic Coors Light car.
Thanks, man. I certainly appreciate it. Yeah, basically everybody over at P2, all of our buddies here, basically in the Baba Booey channel. Always just good vibes each week, kind of hanging out. There was some drama early in the race between our guys, which seems to be a ongoing theme each fuel season. But other than that, no, I'll just thank those guys for being so much fun to hang out with and for putting it on, really.
Well, we want to thank you for being such a great interview here at the end of the race and for putting on a great show tonight. I had a great time in the booth. I hope you had a great time on the track because it looked like a freaking blast. I'm really jealous.
It was a lot of fun. Next week at Wilkesboro, I think, is really going to be a pretty good show. So that'll be fun to partake in. Hopefully, good to watch.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. And you got us segued. Before I do that, though, thanks again, everybody. Your winner, the number 69 of Zach Passon, and we'll see you next week at North Wilkesboro, buddy.
Sounds great, Matt. Thanks.
Yes, sir. All right, you have yourself a good night, and don't celebrate too much.
Definitely won't. Gotta move. See you, buddy.
See ya. All right, guys and girls, that was your winner, Zach Passon. Let's go ahead and go through the finishing order this evening. Zach Passon, your winner, with a 1.1 second gap back to Mitchell Welker. Christian Kendall bringing it home in 3rd for the 2nd week in a row. Zach Henry in the 39 car, really solid race. Led a lot of laps. Kyten Bommersbach in the number 37, another really solid evening. Jared Dixon finishing in 6th with that nice strategy call for him, and Preston Henry in the 4 car finishing 7th. Chad Simpson, another solid showing in 8th. Ryzen Baker in 9th. Robert Kubat in the 38 car that decided to not have a number tonight for some reason. Congrats on the top 10. Michael Hurley in the number 32 finishing in 11th. Evan Adams finishing 12th in the number 59. Will Roberts, unfortunately, more bad luck for Will in finishing 13th in the unlucky 13th position. Zach Buchanan with a rough night. Could not keep it out of the wall in turn 2. Ryan Potter finishing in 15th. Sarah Tessum, we got to get Sarah across the line next week to finish the race. I cannot stand how terrible her luck has been this season. Another terrible race, just out of awful luck. And then Ryan Kish, part of that opening lap incident as well. Unfortunate for him, and the number 42 killed his race, wrapping us up in 17th. But next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you from North Wilkesboro. Everybody enjoy this weekend's All-Star race. Hopefully it won't be another snoozer from North Wilkesboro. But I'm sure our race is going to be better. So come and check us out next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock the session opens for practice. We'll be going live 8:15 to 8:20. If I can remember to hit the go live button. Yeah, we'll be at North Wilkesboro for 150 awesome laps next week for our penultimate race. Only 2 more to go. I can't believe it. But everybody, thank you guys. It was a really great race. I'm glad we were actually able to get a broadcast for you this evening. This has been Matt Owens, and for FRN from New Hampshire, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.